Also, it came to me. I think, again, take away what resonates and leave the rest, all right? But when you know that deep within your heart and soul that you put your best foot forward and you give everything your all in every venture of your life, right? Whether it's personal, relationships, friendships, your career field. Like I was telling a young lady today over the phone, on my back just did that, like, I am not perfect and I do learn things, but it takes me a little while to pick up things sometimes. I mean, I just am who I am. I operate the way that I operate, right? And I've just learned to embrace it. But I can tell you this, that I give 120% in every facet of my life. And I really have. I really straight have. I have. That's why so many people have taken from me, stolen from me. And they get fluffered when I leave because they lose a lot. They lose a lot. But you should have treated me better when you had me. Companies should have treated me better when they had me. They should have. You know? And it's one of those things. I'll never put myself in a position like I have before in the past. I will never. Like I told my coworker, I'll sleep under a bridge if I have to. I'll straight sleep under a bridge. I'd have no problem doing it, neither. Absolutely no problem. I'd be the happiest person sleeping under a bridge if it came to that. Straight up. You know? And that's just how I feel. I will never, ever go begging for substantial money or whatever, even though none of it was, I mean, my gosh. I know people feel the same way in reference to being underpaid. My goodness gracious. You kill yourself and you still can't make ends meet. I get it. That's why you got people working 2-3 jobs. I hear ya. I've really always worked 2-3 jobs, to be honest with you. I cleaned units. Well, even when I was a property manager, I cleaned units. You know? You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. The big man always wants to make all the bucks. That's for sure. And they want to build businesses on top of businesses on top of businesses. Those darn consultants. I know. That came up in conversation today too. I'm like, oh yeah, I know a thing or two about that. I'm sorry, but in my previous career field, all the consultants that I came into contact with were just the most grimiest people. They basically take your money, move it over here, launder it over here, do it over here. I mean, that's what those... And then they make another company to put it over here, deduct over here. Seriously. At what point do you draw the line and ask where your ethics and your dignity are? Like, that stuff's got to eat you up, too, as a business owner, I'd imagine. Like I told my coworker yesterday, like, everybody has a conscience. You cannot run from your conscience. You cannot run from it. It resides inside of you. And it eats you up based off the things that you do. And that's why it's very difficult for people to move in peace, walk spiritually, walk with God, because they know what they do. They know what they do and they know what they think. And so it's very difficult. You can portray whatever you want to portray out to the world. That's no big deal. You can make all the money in the world. You can have all of that. God's going to give you all that. That's totally fine. But you're still going to be eating yourself up on the inside. It's your conscience. You cannot run from that. You can't. Like, I noticed Poppy T. He looks down a lot. He looks at his feet a lot. I'm like, why do you do that? What tick do you got? What is that about? I be looking up at the sky. I never look down. I always be looking up, baby. I always be looking up. Don't look down, look up. You got no reason to look down unless there's there's reasons you're looking down. It's your conscience. People have conscience. You can't avoid that. You cannot avoid that. And so when you walk with a clear conscience and you walk with God, it's very easy to pick up on people that don't have clear consciences. And then what do? They project and they redirect and they manipulate. And they do awful things because they do not want to take accountability. And that's okay. You don't have to. You don't. Take that one to the grave. Talk to God about it when you die. You know? But then don't get upset with anybody outside of you because your life is the way that it is because of you. People have to take accountability in your life. If you want to walk peacefully, you want to walk happy, treat people peacefully, treat people happy. Be kind to one another. Be generous. Be loving. Don't judge. Do all of these things. Be empathetic. Show mercy. Show grace. Pay compliments. Be yourself. Be truly authentic yourself. You deserve to be that, and the people around you deserve to receive that. That's why I don't hold any ill will, because at the end of the day, I wasn't really being truly authentic myself, and I see that now. And I was allowing the conditionings of the world to eat me up and spit me out and step on me over and over and over again, because I was so broken and I was so unhealed. I was so unhealed. And by the grace of God and everything that I've been through, I've just become at one with myself, where like, I'm happy to, and I shouldn't say, I mean, it's not my favorite. You know, I don't like walking alone physically. Like, I don't ever feel like I'm alone. I don't ever feel like I'm alone. But physically, like finding that person to share life with and fight the good fight and walk with integrity and morals and values together as one. Yeah, that's hard. It's hard to find. It's hard to find for me. You know, and so I look forward for the day that I got to just place somebody in my life for that. You know, because I want to create a path in this world for change, and I want to stand on it, and I want my spouse to stand on it, and I want to build a foundation together that shows what it looks like, you know, because the world needs that. Our children need that. They need that. You know, I was talking to my coworker today about all the stuff that I went through with my son when he was younger, and that's my biggest regret. That has been my hardest thing to forgive myself for. Hardest. And at times I still struggle with it. You know, because of, I wish that I had healed and grown and went through everything that I've went through the last 2 years of my life 10 years ago. So I could have been a better parent for my kid when he needed me. I was physically there, but I wasn't mentally, emotionally, spiritually, psychologically there. I was just beating the bag, being mom and dad, and then running a company that was running me, literally, because they wanted more and more and more. Always more money, more properties, at all costs. That was it, man. At all costs. It was never good enough. Never good enough. But they never hired more people to help me. That's the crazy part. It kept growing and growing, but you didn't hire anybody to help me. And if you hired somebody, they had no training. It was a friend. Anyways, whatever you want to call that. Ever since that person started, though, that's when all the weird shit really started. But again, those are on their conscience. It's not on mine. And I won't carry it. I won't. Never. I'll keep walking my beaten path. But I hope this video resonated for entertainment purposes only. You know, I put my stuff out there for people to, you know, take away with what resonates. And I also want to set an example of, like, it's okay to just put your stuff out there and own it. And be who you are. Be who you want to be. You know? I know my family's all entangled in it. Even my extended family. My goodness gracious. My goodness. I mean, but at the end of my back keeps doing that. At the end of the day, I mean, it is what it is. You know, it's all good in the hood. All good in the hood, baby. But I love you guys. I hope you have a great night. Sweet dreams. I got some stuff I'm going to work on. My back's doing that. And I'm going to try to go to bed early. It's a lot of information to retain at work, that's for sure. But I do like I don't know. One of those things. There ain't no perfect job out there. I'll tell you that. There is not. You know? But it's a stepping stone, and God's got me here for a reason, so I'm just letting Him show me the way. You know? I'm blessed that I was given an opportunity to make a little money. So thank you for that. I love you guys. Have a good night.